Jamar, what's this preseason been like for you as far as what you're doing? I guess working primarily as a safety. Is that how's that come along after I guess playing linebacker some in the past and kind of transition?
It's definitely been different. I mean, there's a lot of linebacker tendencies that I have to get out of my system, and there's a lot of stuff that I have to clean up on. But all in all, it's been pretty well. I will say so myself.
Jahmar, just how do you feel like your skill set and what you bring to a team translates to that safety spot and what they're kind of asking you to do?
May you repeat that question, please?
Yeah, just how do you feel like your skill set translates to playing safety and kind of what they want?
How do I feel like my skill set translates to safety? I mean, I feel like when I first came in, I was more of like an athletic linebacker, and I feel like that was more of my strengths and stuff like that. So I feel like now being more of a safety, being a safety with more athletic bodies, it just, I feel like I'm blending in more with all the safeties and more with all the defensive backs. I don't really feel like there's nothing that flashes. I feel like I'm just blending in with all the guys basically.
Jahmar, just to make sure I'm clear on kind of the timeline, when did they move you to safety?
Well, that's an interesting question. So I've been I've been back and forth from safety since last fall camp. So I would say probably last May when Coach Muschamp was here. That's when I started playing safety. I played a little bit of dime linebacker when Coach Muschamp was here. And I primarily started in nickel in the spring, but I was off and on injured, as some of you may know. And I made the full transition to safety about in April. I was saying April and May.
Do you feel like you've got kind of a home now, and do you think that that's going to help your development?
I do. I think that safety will teach me to read defenses a lot better, see the entirety of an offense, see entire formations, see how receivers operate. I think at linebacker I was more so focused on front seven and the things that quarterbacks, running backs, offensive linemen do, and I wasn't really focused on what receiver responsibility, receiver step counts, receiver routes. I wasn't really focused on stuff like that. So I feel as if that safety is helping me a lot. It's helping me a lot with my development as an athlete, as my development as a football player.
How have you had to manage your weight going back and forth, and where are you now?
I mean, Miss Kristen, she has a lot of different plans for me as far as my weight. It's been times where she's told me that I have to be at 220. It's been times she told me I have to be at 205. It's been times that she told me I have to be at 210. So, I mean, it fluctuates. I'm one of those people that I lose a lot of weight fast, and I gain it pretty slow. So,
What are you at now?
I'm about at 211 right now, 212 right now.
Jahmar, just among all of the defensive backs, do you guys cross-train at the other positions?
Absolutely.
Y'all working.
Absolutely. Everybody cross-trains. Everybody knows the different position.
Jahmar, you mentioned sort of getting rid of some of those linebacker tendencies and as you shift positions. What are some of those, and what's it been like to try and pick up as you've kind of been going back and forth?
I mean, backpedaling. I'll just leave it at that one. That's the best way I can explain it. Just backpedaling is the biggest challenge.
Jahmar, when you come over from a position like that, I mean, I feel like a linebacker knows a little bit more going on the field in comparison to maybe a corner or whatnot. But how much does that help you, having played a different position like that, and now you're seeing the field a little bit different than maybe some of the other defensive backs?
It helps quite a bit. I mean, I feel as far as run fits go, I feel like I'm pretty decent as far as run fits, and linebackers help me as far as the run fits go. And as far as pretty much as run fits go, I feel like linebackers help me out in that aspect.
Jahmar, you mentioned being able to read defenses a little bit better back at safety. Are there any other aspects of your game that you look back on over the last year and really think you've made a lot of strides in? And what are some ones that you'd like to see improve as camp goes on?
One thing that I definitely need to improve on is my man-to-man coverage. I need to get better on that. I never really had to do that as much playing linebacker, and now it's more of a focal point. And I feel Coach T. Gray, he has some great drills. I'm sorry, he has some great drills set up for me, and we work at it every day. And that's my main focal point of this camp season.
What are some things in man-to-man coverage that you have to kind of work on?
Leverage. I say playing my leverage is a big thing that I have to work on.
When you're in coverage, I'm guessing you're probably mostly covering tight ends, running backs, those types of guys who are
Everywhere, tight end, running back, receiver.
Yeah. Okay. Who are some of the tougher guys that maybe not necessarily for you to cover, but who are some of those guys that
All
tend
our
to give back?
receivers are really good. I'm telling you, all our receivers are really good. All our tight ends are very good. Nick Muse is very good. Jaheim Bell is very good. Kevion Mullins, E.J. Jenkins, all of them are very good. So I can't really single out one person, but just know all of them are very difficult to cover.
I know last season you were battling through some injury stuff too, and going through the transition, bouncing back in between positions, and then also not being completely healthy. Just kind of how did that factor into everything, and where are you at right now in terms of getting used to everything?
I don't really think my injuries played a factor in much as far as this season goes. I feel as if that those injuries did shape a lot as far as last year goes, but this year I don't feel like my injuries really had a big effect on anything.
You guys just finished practice number 5. What are some early returns on your impressions of Coach White's defensive scheme and some guys that are maybe standing out to you?
No one will figure this defense out. Not one offense that we play will figure this defense out. This defense is fun to play. It's fun to be in. It's complex. It's all over the place. It's really fun to play. It's really fun to play in. And offensive guys are, like I said, just like how I said about our receivers, and our running backs and tight ends. Like there's no one that's really standing out. Like the whole offense is pretty good. So that's I have to leave it at that one.